I'm going to be doing a quick video on AP Tryndamere today. Now this has come back, this patch really, because of this nerf. It was seemingly small, you might have even missed it in the patch notes because it was down in the simple buffs, but this turned out to be absolutely huge. I don't really know what Riot was thinking with this. Tryndamere's E went down to 7 seconds. This was, when they gave an explanation on Reddit, this was because Tryndamere was no longer building any cooldown reduction without the old Essence Reaver, and they were trying to sort of keep his power level relatively the same and not affect him with the AD carry item nerfs. But what this means is now if you do build cooldown reduction, his spin with their 45% CDR build goes down to under 4 seconds. And this is really absurd because the other important bit is Tryndamere's kit. He reduces the cooldown by 1 second if he crits on a minion and 2 seconds if he crits on champion. And this also interacts with Rage Blade. So if you have Rage Blade and crit, your spin will instantly reset. Now this will be really big in a minute. Okay, the runes are fairly obvious. You want to take Conqueror. Conqueror, even though it gives you AD, it will be converting all of your damage to some true damage. You're still more an on-hit Tryndamere than pure AP for the most part early game, so Conqueror is still your best rune by far. Then just standard, some attack speed. Last Stand's always taken on Tryndamere just because you get the full benefit of it while you're ulting. And then this is the different thing to normal Tryndamere. You want Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight. This is for the more CDR, and this is for some extra movement speed. Then items, what you want is Nashor's Tooth first, always. There's no real, you can't really change the build up much on AP Tryndamere. It's pretty much set every game what you want. You want to get the Nashor's Tooth, CDR boots, and the Sheen part of Lichbane as soon as possible. This is so you get to 45% CDR ASAP and get your super low cooldown spins. Then you want the Rage Blade. This is also pretty similar to what Kai'Sa builds, so this is just a general strong meta build. You just do a ton of damage with your on-hit abilities, and you still do the same damage, almost as AD, with your auto attacks, so it's pretty stupid. Like, you're saying you're playing AP Tryndamere, like I'm imagining those D&D copy pastas where someone's playing a Ogre Mage, and instead of actually using spells, they're hitting people with sticks and calling it magic. But that's what playing AP Tryndamere is like. It pretty much plays the same way as AD, but with more spins and bigger heals and less one-shotting people with crits. And then your next item will be a Death Gap. This is because you're not actually doing as much AP damage, so you don't want to focus on Magic Pen like a Void Staff. You really want the Death Gap for the big AP ratio heals and the more spin damage, especially for wave clear. This will let you destroy waves incredibly quickly. And your last item, games in this meta rarely go this long, but it doesn't really matter too much. An Hourglass if you need it. I like Gunblade. It gives you some extra burst if you want to one-shot people, get some healing. You won't get to this part of the game often. Anyway, that covers the build. To show off how low cooldown the spin gets, especially with Rage Blade. Now, I've built one crit item here to sort of demonstrate my point. So Tryndamere's on 100% crit here, which is normally what you won't get, but sort of just to show how ridiculous it is. Because he'll still be critting because of his passive a lot of the time. I've just got this for the sake of the video. This mobility is ridiculous. This isn't Earth or anything, this is just normal Tryndamere. And without the practice tool, they're just destroying the base quickly. So I'm not sure how much I can show this, but this is just how much mobility you get on 45% CDR, just going around the map this fast. See if I can show off the heal a bit. I need to get a enemy dummy. So this is on about 200 AP, so this is about normal for mid-game, and you get that much heal. That's how low cooldown your spin is. Remember, your spin has a 1 AP ratio, so every one of these spins you're just destroying them. This is somewhat ridiculous when you get to mid-game and are doing this. That's like Master Yi tier of damage. Instant resets because of the Rage Blade passive. and tons of healing, and super low cooldown ultimate. Right, I think that shows off what I can show you in practice all. I've got a few clips from actual games, but I haven't spent too long playing this, but you can still see some of the ridiculous points of AP Tryndamere and the mobility he gets. So yeah, first off, it's still Tryndamere, so outplay them with crits at level 1. Incredibly skillful gameplay. Then you got, this is the mobility I was talking about with Tryndamere, and just the general survivability. This was a pretty fed Graves versus me not being fed. I've chosen clips here which has tried to illustrate normal gameplay. This is the low cooldown reduction coming into play. Just incredibly frustrating to play against. You just go split push, you see I've got their inhib there, then killed Graves, and then just run off around the map. This is incredibly unfun to play versus, but sort of fun if you're the one abusing it. Then this is more making people sad. Graves in both these clips. Graves isn't even a no mobility champion. He's got quite a lot of mobility with his E resets, but no chance of him keeping up with Tryndamere. People playing this in high elo, there is this one guy who has got the Challenger recently playing it. There's quite a few Tryndamere mains in Challenger most of the time because it's just a champion that's fundamentally broken in solo queue, just with the split pushing permanently strat. But this guy has got here into Challenger with specifically AP Tryndamere more recently, so I guess it'd be, if you want to see some high level play, I'm probably only mid-diamond at best at the moment, feels bad man, but this guy has been playing it in Challenger, so he's quite interesting to check out. It's Fogged for the win too. He didn't really exactly create AP Tryndamere, but he's one of the people who have been making it more visible recently. AP Tryndamere has been around for a very long time, which is what I'm about to show with this clip of the old AP Tryndamere, which was much more disgusting than this. Old AP Tryndamere fundamentally broke the game. There was a silver player who got the Challenger, I think, with this. He was sort of famous case. He got all the way up to Challenger with just abusing AP Tryndamere, which was particularly broken because his old Q didn't have to rely on Fury for healing. So it was one of the most broken builds to ever exist in League of Legends, in my opinion. And anyway, thanks for watching. I decided to do this style of video rather than just smurfing and smashing silver players with AP Tryndamere. So I sort of appreciate feedback if you think this style of video is better than just a sort of full gameplay video showing it off, because that was also another option for showing off new builds and stuff like this. But I thought this is sort of covered by so many people already, especially around... I'm not trying to claim this is a hidden build or anything. This is more what's becoming popular recently and why is it strong, which is what I'm trying to do with this series. Right, anyway, thanks for watching. Quick old video of showing how AP Tryndamere used to be before his first nerfs. This was pretty disgusting as his AP healing wasn't really linked to his Fury. And there you go there, that's just a short clip of what he could just spam off cooldown. And that meant he had no mana. Obviously has no mana, so he could just spam that constantly and stay permanently healthy. With this new AP Tryndamere, you can sort of do the same thing, but if you don't have the Fury, you don't get this heal. He used to have a AP scaling, was down from 1.5 AP, that was just base, he didn't need to have the Fury. So he still has a really large AP scaling heal, but it's linked to his Fury, so it's not quite as broken as it used to be. This part hasn't changed. It's really to do with the low spin cooldown, which is what is making him broken right now. Right, I'm just going to leave you with the famous pro games that had AP Tryndamere in, this was what led them to get nerfed. Back in this day, Riot would nerf things to the ground if degenerate stuff appeared in pro play pretty much straight away, and this is the famous game by Voyboy that got AP Tryndamere gutted.
Chouster on the chase, knocks Jackie into the air. That KO taking so much damage, stunned up against the wall. Here comes the burst. Jackie's still not quite dead just yet. One more attack. Hotshot picks that one up. Have to respond to this one. They don't have a push available for themselves. With a half health, can he dodge the rupture? Hotshot GG. He's going to look for it. Spin's about to come back up. It's going to be able to let him escape. Here he goes for the rupture. The red buff actually slowing him down enough to land that. Now, Boy's going to have a hard time actually running away from this one. Look at this. And Randuin's Omen is available for Cho'Gath. He could slow him down even more with that. The problem is, Foy has gigantic heals. He is Tryndamere Hotshot, I think he's pretty much out healing your damage.
This is just going to be a boring walk back to the base here. He's got plenty of cooldown reduction. Like I said, you can spam your Q.
Like an inhibitor right now. Void forced to teleport in. Where's he going to come in from? He's got a pressure coming down. No, the inhibitor's going to be all theirs all the time. And there's a re-engage. They go in. Who are they going to find? Link down to half health. They've got the fear. It's going to get broken. Actually, they're going to re-engage. Elmas down to half health. Void still in the front, but getting kind of pushed around. Exhaust on the Nebula. Saint taking more damage. He's going to go down. Link taking a bunch of punishment, but knocked up in the air by Chauster. They're going to move towards the back line. It's Nijaki taking punishment, knocked into the wall by Devil. He's going to flash away. Devil won't find that kill, but Void is still taking damage. Where's he going to find? But Sheets again. He's still trying to find Link. Actually, pops his ult as well. No, he actually just goes down. Actually, the ult had already timed.
Abilities on Curse. That is going to be CLG pushing on the Nexus turrets for the win.
There we go. One turret is going to go down. I don't think that there's going to be enough pressure just from Cop and Nijaki. Of course, bullet time's still down for a couple more seconds. Now on to the Nexus. CLG looking for vengeance, and they found it against Curse, bringing themselves another victory here in Week 4 of the LCS.